Hey everyone, welcome to the Arena Productions. This is Expat here, and for all things Star Wars, from my reviews and news videos, as well as breakdowns of the TV shows and movies, check out our Star Wars Republic playlist. And if you're catching up on the entire journey of Andor, head over to my Andor episode review and analysis playlist for detailed recaps and reactions for every episode. Now, let's get into the full Season 2 review of Andor. And a spoiler warning, if you haven't watched all 12 episodes, head to Disney Plus and catch up. Then come back and join me because we're going to dive deep into the best Star Wars storytelling Disney Plus has ever produced. So Andor Season 2 picks up in the thick of escalating tensions. The rebellion is forming, but it's fragmented. The Empire is tightening its grip across the galaxy, particularly on Gorman, a planet that becomes ground zero for Imperial brutality. And at the center of it all is Cassian Andor, still wrestling with his role in this growing conflict. From the beginning, Season 2 pushes forward on multiple fronts. You've got the groundwork of full-scale rebellion being laid by Luthen Rail, whose web of informants, sacrifices, and contingency plans creates the backbone of the early Rebel Alliance. You've got Mon Mothma trapped in a corrupt Senate and a crumbling marriage, forced to gamble everything to fund the fight. And then there's Dedra Miro, arguably the most terrifying antagonist the show has, a brilliant, ruthless ISB officer obsessed with tracking down Luthen's rebel network. So the season's brilliance lies in its slow burn. It's patient, methodical, and intelligent, and yet it still delivers moments of raw emotion and jaw-dropping tension. So Cassian's journey in Season 2 is all about ownership. No longer just reacting to the galaxy's horrors, he's actively choosing to take part in the rebellion. From Episode 1, where he's reluctantly drawn back into the fray, to his climactic decision in Episode 12, we witness his transformation from survivor to symbol. And there's a particularly powerful moment midway through the season, after Cassian returns from a brutal op, where he begins to understand that rebellion isn't just about fighting back, it's about meaning, purpose, the belief that sacrifice matters. It mirrors what we saw in Rogue One, but now with the added context of why he's willing to die for this cause. So anyway, before we continue, if you're enjoying this dive into Andor's Season 2's review, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell so that you don't miss any of my upcoming Star Wars content, from The Acolyte to Skeleton Crew and more. So anyway, let's talk about Luthen. I mean, the man is a walking paradox. He gives the best monologues in Star Wars since Mon Mothma and Bail Organa in Revenge of the Sith. He manipulates, sacrifices, and lies, all to keep the flame of rebellion alive. His death in Episode 12 is both tragic and thematically perfect. He dies not as a hero in glory, but as a necessary shadow figure, someone who knew he'd never see the better world he was trying to help create. So his final gift, the truth about the Empire's secret energy project, a lie that masks the construction of the Death Star. Luthen's death ensures that knowledge reaches Yavin, and it will shape the coming battles of Rogue One. And now with Mon Mothma, I mean, Mon Mothma's arc is perhaps the most emotionally devastating. She's surrounded by enemies, both political and personal. Her daughter is pulled into an arranged union. Her husband is complicit or oblivious, and her every move is watched, yet she endures. Her scenes in the Senate, her strained conversations with Tay Kolma, and her ultimate decision to embrace scandal just to secure rebel funding, all of it highlights the cost of leadership. And this season, I should say, shows us a Mothma who is still idealistic but increasingly aware that ideals alone won't win the war. She will compromise. She will break her own heart. And that's what makes her rise to rebel leadership so powerful. And now let's talk about Dedra Miro. So she is just chilling. She doesn't shout. She doesn't posture. She investigates. She studies. She learns. And she wins until she doesn't. So by the time we hit Episode 11 and 12, her obsession has blinded her. The ISB believes they've found Axis, their code name for Luthen, and yet their overconfidence leads to missteps. Her confrontation with her own informants backfires. Her plans unravel. The paranoia she cultivates turns inward. And through her, we see exactly how the Empire works. Fear disguised as order. Surveillance disguised as security. The ISB is bureaucracy weaponized, and she is its perfect product. And now let's talk about the Gorman Massacre that we got. So the massacre on Gorman is the emotional and thematic center of the season. It's shocking, not because of graphic violence, but because of how inevitable it feels. The Empire doesn't even try to hide what it's doing anymore. When protesters gather, they're slaughtered. And that's what pushes key characters over the edge. Saw Gerrera begins ramping up operations. Mon Mothma delivers a passionate and dangerous speech in the Senate. And rebels across the galaxy start to see the truth. This isn't just tyranny, it's extermination. And then there's the weapon. The secret energy project Luthen dies to expose is, of course, the Death Star. Built with kyber crystals from Jedha, powered by minerals from Gorman, designed by Galen Erso, and hidden behind layers of lies. So Andor Season 2 shows how the galaxy was manipulated into silence while the Empire quietly prepared a weapon of genocide. So let's talk about those final 2 episodes. It shifts from espionage to legacy. Cassian has risked everything. Clea, played by Elizabeth Dulau. It's so amazing, her performance. She basically stole the show. And this was her first acting performance. She brings proof of the weapon's existence, and the Alliance begins to understand that disunity is death. So Captain Andor's actions throughout Season 2 make him the man we meet in Rogue One, decisive, loyal, and willing to give his life for a cause. His connection with Bix, his leadership under fire, and his heartbreak at Luthen's death all forge the soldier we know he will become. And when Mon Mothma, Bail Organa, and the rest begin to align on Yavin, you can feel the fuse being lit. So, my final thoughts, Andor Season 2 is not just a great Star Wars show, it's essential Star Wars. It proves that you can tell stories about rebellion, loss, power, and sacrifice without needing lightsabers or chosen ones. Just people. Real people. In a galaxy that's slowly waking up to the cost of freedom. With standout performances, sharp writing, stunning cinematography, and some of the best political tension the franchise has ever delivered, Andor Season 2 from me earns a 9.5 out of 10. It's the best Star Wars series on Disney Plus, and frankly, one of the best additions to the franchise since The Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One. So, let me know what you thought of Andor Season 2 in the comments. What were your favorite scenes, biggest surprises, or just your thoughts on how it ties into Rogue One and beyond? And don't forget, for more Star Wars content, including reviews of upcoming shows, breakdowns, please subscribe to the Arena Productions and explore the Star Wars Republic playlist. And let me know what you thought of that final moment with Bix and the baby. So, of course, Andor's son gonna grow up in freedom. Let me know what you thought of that final scene. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great week, and may the Force be with you. Peace out.